Welcome back, listeners, to another late-night dive into the shadows of the unknown. I'm your host, your guide through the static and the screams, and tonight I've got something special for you. A story that crawled out of the dusty corners of the internet's past, a tale whispered through the wires of a world we thought we'd left behind. They call it the Dial-Up Choir, but don't let the name fool you. It's no hymn you'd sing along to. This comes from someone named Sam, who reached out to me a few weeks ago with a recording and a warning. So grab your headphones, dim the lights, and let's step back to a time when the internet wasn't so silent. Oh, and one last thing. If you hear static tonight, maybe don't listen too closely. It begins with a laptop, an old, clunky relic from the early 2000s, buried in a garage full of forgotten things. Hello, everyone. My name is Sam. If you're hearing this, I'm probably not here anymore, but I need to tell this story to warn someone, or maybe just to leave a trace. I'm not sure. It all started 3 weeks ago when I was rummaging through my dad's old stuff in the garage. I found a laptop from the early 2000s. Heavy, clunky, with a keyboard that clicked loudly and a dial-up modem he used to get online back in the day. I don't know why I turned it on. Curiosity, maybe. Or maybe it was a mistake. The laptop still worked. The screen flickered with a grayish-blue glow, and I found a folder named Choir 2003. Inside was a single audio file, no label, no clear format, just a random string of numbers. I plugged in my headphones and hit play. At first, it was just noise, the kind you hear when a phone call drops out. But then, something came through. A faint voice buried in the static. I turned up the volume. It was a choir singing in a language I didn't recognize. Not English, not anything I'd ever heard. It was slow, rising and falling, like a warped hymn lost in the dial-up hiss. I stopped it after a few seconds. My ears were ringing and I felt cold, even though it was the middle of summer. I figured it was just some weird old file, maybe a forgotten music project. But that night I dreamed I was standing in a dark room, surrounded by faceless figures, singing that song. When I woke up, I heard static coming from somewhere in the house. I checked. No TV was on, no radio, nothing. But the sound was there, like it was leaking from the walls. The next day, I uploaded the file to a LostMedia forum I frequent. I posted, "Anyone know where this came from?" Found it on an old laptop. Within hours, someone replied. A user named Static Watcher messaged me, "Delete it. Don't listen again." I asked why, but they didn't respond. Their account vanished right after. I thought it was a prank, so I ignored it. But then, others on the forum started chiming in. Someone from Germany said they heard their name in the file. A guy from Brazil claimed the choir was singing about his birthday. I downloaded the file again to check. This time it was longer, not 3 minutes like before, but almost 5. And I heard my own voice in it, woven into the singing. Not me singing, I've never recorded anything, but it was my voice, clear as day, calling my name. Sam, Sam. I deleted the files, smashed the hard drive, and threw the laptop away. But it didn't stop. The static followed me. Through my phone, my Bluetooth speaker, even when I turned on the faucet, I heard it in the water. I started seeing the faceless figures from my dreams in real life, not clearly, just blurry shapes standing in the corners of my room, singing that song. I went back to the forum for help, but my post was gone. I searched Google for Choir 2003. Nothing came up except an old blog post from 2004, hidden behind a paywall. I paid to read it. It was a sound engineer's notes saying he'd worked on an experimental dial-up internet project. They recorded a choir to test bandwidth, but the file glitched, looping and changing every time it played. He wrote, "It's not sound anymore. It lives in the noise." The post ended with, "I stopped listening, but it still found me." I can't sleep anymore. Every time I close my eyes, I see them, the figures, closer each night. Yesterday, I looked in the mirror and saw my lips moving, singing that song, even though I didn't open my mouth. I don't know what it wants. I don't know what it is, but I know it's replacing me. I'm recording this on my phone, but I'm not sure it'll save. If you ever hear static in your life, from your TV, your computer, anywhere, turn it off. Don't get curious. Don't look for Choir 2003. And if you hear your name in the noise, run. I didn't run fast enough. And that's where Sam's recording cuts off. The static takes over, swallowing their last words like it swallowed them. We tried reaching out, emails, messages, but there's been no reply. Just silence. Or maybe not.